Good morning to you. We're looking forward to another great live show today. We pride ourselves on being the area's only live local talk and entertainment show. It's called Virginia This Morning. Amy Lacey and I are proud to be your host. I'm Bill Bevins.
And I am the Amy Lacey.
Yeah.
You speak. Interesting people, places, and things of interest are what we look forward to showcasing each weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on our live show. And we have another great one ahead.
Yeah, we're going to have a great show today. A friend of mine mentioned something to me yesterday. He said, I watch you and Amy every day. I said, did you know that Amy looks about a foot taller than you sitting in those chairs?
Really? How does that?
Like, okay, if I stand up.
I have very good posture, Bill. That's it, you know. Well, that's hilarious.
And I said, she's wearing heels. He went, she's sitting down. Okay, all right.
I have a long torso. I'm one of those people.
Well, we didn't need to get in all of that.
Well, you know, I mean, we started talking about it, but well, I never noticed that before.
I didn't either until he mentioned it. I'm like, oh,
we'll have to get you a booster
I'm down here like this. Get borrowed a phone book from Tom or something, the old one that's sitting over there. Yeah, so.
Well, there you go.
See, the things people notice.
Yeah.
That I never even thought of.
Thank you, Bill's friend, for giving us some chatter this morning. I have never noticed that before.
I stand on one leg.
Maybe I should.
We're even. No,
I
you
can
sit up straight. Shoulders back, sit up straight.
Yeah, there you go. We're ready to have a good show
today. Now that we got that out of the way, it's time to actually start our preview. And we send it over to Kristen Lors, who is much taller than both of us. Good to see you on a High Point Wednesday. She's way up there high. Hey,
I was like, did you just say I'm much taller than both of you?
Yeah, well,
I really think it is just the posture. And
it's the posture.
If I just kind of slouch, I'm usually just shorter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, happy Wednesday, Bill and Amy, to everyone who is watching our live show. Our friends at Virginia State University are proud to host their Pro Start Boot Camp. It's an industry-backed culinary arts and restaurant management program geared for high school students. Chef Riddell Reese is here to share a preview and will feature a Nashville Hot King Oyster Mushroom Sandwich. What? Can't wait.
Yeah, I love all the mushrooms.
There's a lot going on in there.
That is going to be so exciting.
That's going to be a big sandwich.
Yeah.
Nashville hot. Well,
oyster mushroom
sandwich. Whew. Okay, by the time you put some other stuff on there, we're going to have to pile that high. And we can't wait to shine a spotlight on some viewer submissions during our Everywhere You Are segment. It's always fun to see what kind of adventures you embark on. And take a look at this photo. We got one for you.
Pretty. Ooh,
there we go. Okay. All right. We'll fill you in on the details on that and do some more show and share coming up in about 15 minutes.
Have you ever heard of drinking vinegars? They are made using a combination of both organic and non-GMO ingredients, the perfect balance between tart and sweet. We will share a segment that we recently recorded with the creator of Mother Shrub. That is still to come on this morning's live show.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is, I don't know if you noticed it or not. It's a little cool outside today.
Yeah, he's in here for that reason, I think. And look at Tom in the suit.
Yeah, Tom in a suit.
Whoa.
By the way, Bill.
Yeah.
You asked for a phone book. I'll pick you up a phone book on my way to Radio Shack later.
Stop by Blockbuster.
It's right next to Blockbuster, that's right. So we'll get a phone book for you on the way as well.
I thought maybe one under the desk somewhere.
Yep, a phone book.
From the 80s, you know.
Couple yellow pages.
Never mind, Tom.
There's no phone book here, Bill.
No
yellow pages, no let your fingers do the walk-in, none of that good old stuff for you this morning. All right.
Caught me.
A rotary
yes, it
phone.
Is cold. A rotary phone. There, I think Bill was one of these. Right? Was that you or was that?
Oh, Grandma. Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right. All right. Hey, is that time cue total or just for us? I just need to. Total. Okay, good. All right. Sorry. Thank you so much. I had to talk to our producer for a second. I'm not used to being in here with you guys. All right, but it's nice to see everybody. Crew members I haven't seen in a while. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all. All right, let's talk about outdoors. You know, this is out toward Independence Golf Club, of course, out toward Midlothian into Powhatan, Robius Road area, and they've cleared. And here, I just looked outside. We're still pretty cloudy here in this part of town, so I'm thinking that clearing is going to continue. It's been fairly slow. And the temperature is 18. We only dropped to about 17 or so this morning, but it's that feels like temperature, that wind chill. It's still breezy, north winds at 12, making it feel like 5. So we've had some single-digit wind chills show up probably right around sunrise this morning. It got a bit colder, and it's going to continue just for a couple more hours. They'll start to climb a bit. And it's that dew point at only 4 that is going to mean very, very dry air. Today, tonight, tomorrow, dew points may just stay in the single digits. That really just means the humidity is going to be exceptionally low. All right, these are the feels like the wind chill temperatures, lots of single digits. Some folks in the teens, though, this morning. And as we go through the day, they'll start to climb a bit to around 20. That's how it's going to feel by 3 o'clock this afternoon. I know that's not award-winning or anything, but it will improve. There's that sky, that cloud cover off to the west. It is decreasing from northwest to southeast this morning as some drier air moves in. And when I say that dry air, that's what I'm talking about. The dew points are really going to fall. I think we'll have dew points in the negative numbers, and yes, that is possible. All right, today we'll see lots of sun and then partly cloudy skies by this afternoon. And overnight, I think we'll clear out. It's going to be cold. The winds will be a lot lighter, and that's going to allow our temperatures to fall close to 10 degrees overnight tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy skies for us tomorrow, kind of the same deal Friday. But the good news over the next couple of days is temperatures will start to slowly climb. All right, today about 28, partly cloudy, very cold. Again, the wind chill, single digits for the next couple of hours, and then they'll start to climb a bit. Now, a wind chill won't be a factor tomorrow morning, but the temperature is going to be very cold tomorrow morning. So we're looking at about 10 degrees to start the day. I think there'll be a few folks in some single digits by tomorrow. 28 today, and when I talk about warm up, I mean really just the 30s for the next couple of days. The average is 48, keep that in mind. And we won't get close to that until about Sunday, but at least dry through the weekend. Maybe a mixed precip on Monday, Tuesday, maybe 50. Sounds good, right? We go from the teens to the 20s to the 30s at night, and Virginia this morning will continue right after I get that phone book for Bill.
Good morning, Central Virginia. On this Wednesday, January 22nd, there is just one premier infotainment show in Central Virginia, and it is right here. It is Virginia This Morning. We showcase the best of what the area has to offer. Thank you for joining us. I'm Amy Lacey.
And I'm Bill Bevins. Can we go back just a second here before we even start? I mentioned the phone book. Tom had a lot of fun with that. But he did find the meteorologist handbook.
The handbook, yeah.
With all the terms.
Barometric pressure,
yeah,
all
of that stuff in there. That thing's like this thick.
Absolutely.
So that'd be too much. And he talked about the dew point. I was always told, don't point. It's not polite. So.
Dew point. Dun-dun-dun. This
Good
Bill
morning
Bevins.
to all of you, the viewers who are
what.
left after that. We've got a lot of territory to cover today, so we're going to get started on that right now.
For those of you who are just joining us now, we have a quick recap of some of today's highlights for you.
We're going to pop open the lid on our inbox and check out some viewer submissions. We'll share a few during our Everywhere You Are segment.
Chef Radell Reese will make one of her signature creations, a Nashville Hot King Oyster Mushroom Sandwich. Yum, 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 yum. That is still to come.
And who would think vinegar would taste good?
Yeah.
That would be me.
We know all about it. Recently, Mr. B and I got a lesson on drinking vinegars that you can use to make homemade cocktails and sodas. Take a look. Our next guest is an award-winning non-alcoholic shrub producer who specializes in drinking vinegars. She's here to make a few of her signature creations. We welcome Meredith Archer to our live show. Welcome to Virginia This Morning.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
This is going to be so much fun and educational because I know nothing about this. I love vinegar. You asked me about that before we came on. And let's start with the word shrub, because I have shrubs in my backyard, but I can't drink anything from them.
Exactly.
So what does that mean?
So the word shrub is derived from the Arabic sharab, which means to drink or beverage.
Oh, nice.
And shrubs actually are centuries old,
Yeah.
based on a recipe for fruit preservation using vinegar to preserve the fruit, adding a little sugar and drinking the
Why
liquid.
not? Let's
so
do it.
why not?
Yeah.
Don't want to waste anything.
Yeah.
And I understand that this came from your background in West Virginia. This has been a part of your life for some time, and then you decided to make it into a business.
Yeah, so growing up in Charleston, West Virginia, my grandmother was into folk remedies and some folk medicine, and when we were sick, she would always serve us some honey vinegar, sometimes with garlic, and didn't realize how it would come back into my
Yeah,
life
and you were
years later.
telling us that your grandma would give you this and say, well, if you're faking the sickness, you're like, okay, I'm really okay.
Yeah.
Don't make me drink that.
Really don't want to have the
Yeah,
vinegar.
but you
or the
made it
garlic.
delicious.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, a lot of folks are doing a dry January because of, abstaining from alcohol after maybe over the holiday season they had a little bit too much. So you are going to make a cocktail that has no alcohol in it at all.
Right, and some of these are familiar cocktails, like the Blood Orange Mule that we'll start with, but I'm not putting any vodka in there. And the thing that's great about shrubs, which is why they were popular during Prohibition, is because you get the kick of vinegar and you don't have any alcohol. So we can start with the Blood Orange Mule.
Sounds
I've
delicious.
added about an ounce of shrub to a glass of ice. I'm going to just top it with ginger beer.
Nice.
Add a squeeze of lime,
Why not?
and
Oh, it just looks so pretty. You would never know that this
Maybe
was not
drop
a
that in.
traditional cocktail.
grab a nice garnish, blood orange. We can put a little
Beautiful.
mint in there, and here we have it.
And there you go, as simple as that.
Wait a minute, don't leave it over there.
Here, I have one for you to try here.
Oh, okay, so we're going to do a taste test here.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can do a little taste
Okay.
test.
Absolutely. Can't wait for this. This is my first shrub cocktail.
That is delicious. That
thank
is
you.
very
That
good.
is so good. You get that little bit of a fizz. It's really, really good.
And with the combination of the ginger beer and the blood orange hot honey, you're getting a little heat.
yeah, you
Yeah.
are. It's
Or maybe
kind of on the
a
back
lot of
end.
heat.
A little burn
Yeah.
in the back, yeah.
What goes into making shrub? How do you do this?
So it's more of a vinegar fusion or infusion rather than a pure fermentation.
Sure.
So I'm not making the vinegar or the fruit vinegar. I am just putting it together in
Yeah.
a creative way.
And you've got, obviously, lots
Lots
of
of
different
flavors.
flavors there.
Yes, it sometimes seems like maybe one or two too many, but they're all here for a reason.
Was there one that's more traditional that would be more vinegary tasting?
I think they're all gonna taste similar vinegar. Some will taste milder. The black cherry is the most popular, and I think because of the sweetness of cherries, it's a little milder tasting. The ginger's got a real ginger kick to it,
Yep.
so that's gonna be a little stronger. And
Ginger's my favorite flavor, by the way.
It is
Oh, okay.
delicious.
So,
Yeah,
of all
you can-
flavors, that's pretty much it for me.
I can pour a little shot for you
Well,
if you want.
okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to say no.
She got it, didn't she? You want to put it in that same little cup? Because I finished that cup.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to ask too, your customers, are they making cocktail type drinks out of these, or are they doing other things with your I should say,
So-
shrub line?
Yeah, so cocktails, mocktails, I say spritzers, elixirs,
Let me see this
cocktails,
bottle here.
cooking.
Let me see that bottle.
I think he likes it. I think
we
you have a
can
new
talk after
customer.
That is delicious. I love that. That's fantastic.
Are folks making elixirs these days with this type of a thing like your grandma did?
Yeah, so they definitely are, and you can just add a shot of shrub to some sparkling water, make a shrub soda, which is one of the drinks we can make over here.
Sure, let's do
what
it.
You can do, and I like once you get the basic idea down and you realize, hey, I like these and
Yeah.
I know what to do with them now. You can mix them with anything. So I'm gonna do a little pineapple
I'll just
shrub.
step over here to give you some more space.
if I could get this open, maybe I'm not going to do that one. Let's go for the black cherry.
Okay,
do
black
it.
cherry.
Let's do
and
it.
It's a fave anyway.
And I'm just going to sort of eyeball this pour right here. And with all the flavored seltzers there, you can add plain seltzer and make a nice black cherry soda. I'm going to go for orange.
Yum.
So about a shot of the shrub is about what you want?
About an ounce.
Yeah.
And then just top it with sparkling water.
Beautiful. Look at that.
And then, of course, you can always,
Add a garnish
make
if
it
you want.
fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
even if
can
you're
get
just at
this.
home, I mean, why not make it look like a beautiful tropical drink like that? It looks beautiful.
And then it does look so nice when you see it in the bottom there, but just give it a stir.
Mix it up.
If folks are
There you have
interested in
Black cherry soda.
trying your shrubs, where can we find them?
We are at a number of stores around Richmond, Elwood Thompson, all the Stella's Markets, Good Foods Grocery. I'm sure I'm going to forget them, some of them. So
We'll make sure that we
yeah,
include them on our website.
posted,
What is your website?
my website is mothershrub.com.
Okay.
And you can buy there, see recipes there.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Get some more information because this is a great start.
It's delicious.
And everything we've tried, and there's lots of little samples here that I've been working on.
Oh, yeah.
And he
They're a
might
lot
be
of fun.
taking some home
They're
under
all-
his jacket.
Well, we'll work out a deal. All delicious. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks for
Learned a
having me.
lot
wonderful.
today.
Yeah.
All right, folks, stick around. Virginia This Morning, we'll be right back.
Cheers.
Yeah. Welcome back to our live Wednesday morning show, Virginia This Morning. Amy, guess what time it is?
Oh, goodness. I know what time it is now. Here we go.
Time to have some fun with this week's word game. Where'd that come from? Alrighty, for those of you at home, here's how we play the game. I'll mention a word and or a phrase. Over the years, you've probably even used that in conversation. The object is for you to figure out where the word comes from, the origins of that word or phrase. And today's phrase is down in the dumps.
This is actually very appropriate today because I kind of feel down in the dumps. I
Yeah,
don't know
when I
if you-
walked in, you said, I'm not feeling 100% today.
I'm not. I'm only about 72% today. I'm a little congested, so I'm down in the dumps.
Down in the dump.
But I take it the literal interpretation of it would, well, literal interpretation, that's kind of an oxymoron. But I dump, like the landfill, like go on like down to the dump kind of a thing, you know? So
Down in the dump,
it's,
not down at the dump.
well, it smells, it's not a savory
stinks.
place. You feel not clean when you're there, so down in the dumps, kind of sad, depressed, down. That's what I'm thinking, a dump.
Are you done?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
good.
That's all I have for today, because I'm only 72% feeling today. So.
And you only get one guess. Like, you've
Last
been
week I had two
guessing
guesses.
multiple answers in the past.
Well-
And then whatever one pops up, no.
Today is a dump. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Here we go.
Did you get it right? We'll find out a little bit later on in the show. You have to stick around to find out.
Before we had to break, here's my recent conversation with Beth Murphy from Bryant and Stratton College.
This segment is sponsored by Bryant and Stratton College.
If you're like many people who have made a resolution to start a new career and find the best career training around, grab a pen and paper. Bryant and Stratton College offers degree programs in an array of today's most in-demand career fields. With me today to talk about these program offerings and how they can help you achieve your 2025 career goals is the college's market director, Beth Murphy. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on your upcoming commencement. What do you have planned for the big day for those students?
I am so excited. So on Monday, January 27th, we're going to be celebrating our December 24 graduates. So there'll be about 100 graduates, probably 3,000 of their closest friends and family members will be at the Richmond Convention Center, and we'll just be celebrating their accomplishments. And I love it. You know, we've talked, Amy, in the past how we do 3 graduations a year because we want to celebrate the graduates as they make that accomplishment. So exciting day.
It is huge for each and every one of those individuals who goes through your programs. And then how do you prepare them to go from the classroom to the workforce really quickly?
Yeah, it is quickly, because people didn't come to us because they wanted to study math. They came to us because they wanted a career. And I think the best service we can do is never forget that that's why they did come. We are a career college. They came to us because they wanted a career. So it's making the classroom an experience where they're learning technical skills along with just book stuff, that we're having the internships, that we're having the clinical sites, that we're having employers on campus, so that our students are, you know, job ready by the time they do graduate.
In keeping in touch with alumni, it has to just make you feel over the moon when you hear that a graduate is now working in their chosen field.
When I am out and about in the community and somebody stops me and says, you know, Director Murphy, you know, I graduated in this year, and they tell me their story, to see how coming to Bryant and Stratton College has impacted their lives, their families' lives, and just seeing them so happy, it's an awesome feeling.
What kinds of degree programs do you have right now, and how do you decide what to offer whenever it's time to maybe add programs or take some away?
We decide what to offer by talking to the employers. So our employers are letting us know where the gaps are, because keep in mind, our graduates are staying in this area. So we need to make sure that we're serving our employers in this area. We offer a certificate in nurse aid, which would lead to the CNA. We also offer diplomas, associate degrees, and bachelor's degrees. And they're all in those high demand fields. And how one chooses that, because people come and they're like, I want to study, you know, nursing, or I want to study business. But coming in and talking to that admissions advisor is key, because then we can really get to what do you like, where are you in life, because for some people it's best to start at that associate degree. Others, maybe we go straight to the bachelor's. The good thing is everything builds upon itself, so the learning can stay continuous.
Oh, that is just fantastic. The January semester just started, but in the vein of what you do, you're already looking towards the next one. When does the next semester start?
Next semester starts in May, and May is a great time to start because for a lot of us, our kids are getting out of school, life is a little bit slower, and so I encourage you, if you've been thinking about coming back to school, to look at coming back in May, or coming in May, and recognize also that while we offer full-time, we also do offer part-time options, and so maybe you just put your toe in the water, but you're that much closer to getting that degree.
Such great information and great encouragement for all of those folks out there who are saying, new year, new me.
Right.
What a great time to do it. Thank you, Beth. Classes at Bryant and Stratton College start Wednesday, May 7th at their campus located at 8141 Hull Street Road in North Chesterfield. For more information, give them a call at 888-839-1718 or visit the website bryantstratton.edu. Connect on social media as well. Stay with us. Virginia This Morning returns after the break.
We're not going to wait any longer. We're not going to put this off. Without further ado,
we've been having a good time with that word today.
It's time to crack open the top of the inbox and check in there and see what the viewers have sent in.
We love being everywhere you are. Mr. B, what is up first today?
All right, Daryl Powell sent us this photo. He said he was standing on the side of the bay watching a seagull who flew off with his lottery ticket. Get out of here.
That is the part of the a story that I didn't know. I just saw this beautiful view.
A boat going out. Yeah, the seagull flew off with his winning ticket.
That's what happened.
That's going to be one wealthy seagull.
Yeah, Chris Stewart has been enjoying the snow, and so have some furry friends in her backyard. Look at those beautiful deer.
Okay.
Look beautiful there. Oh dear.
All right. And Neil Young took some time off from his music career. No, it's a different Neil. And was doing some catering and created this delicious fruit display.
I will have seconds on it. That looks
That
delicious.
looks great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now's your time to shine too and be featured during our Everywhere You Are segment.
Please send us a video, picture, or comment to our Virginia This Morning Facebook or Instagram page, or email us at virginiathismorning@wtvr.com.
This segment is sponsored by Mr. Fix-It.
If you're looking to remodel your bathroom, you want to hire a team of professionals who are experts in the field. Jacuzzi Bath Remodel by Mr. Fix-It is a step above the rest. Here to tell us more is our friend Mark Benstock, the owner of Mr. Fix-It. Mark, it seems like yesterday, but I know it's been a while. You told me, oh, we're getting jacuzzi. It's a real step up.
Yeah.
And now you've been doing it for a couple of years, and it is, and I bet folks are thrilled with it.
Yeah, Jacuzzi really makes some great products, better than other brands for sure, so we are blessed that we can carry those. Jacuzzi years ago used to just do the jetted stuff.
Sure.
Now, you know, whether it's a nice bathtub or an easy step-in shower, we do it all, and they make these amazing wall systems, lots of tile patterns, lots of designer colors, really amazing.
It is a step up, and I'll tell you what, it is done by the best when Mr. Fix-It and his team does it.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about how far things have come just in the last couple of years with the different tiles. You mentioned that,
Yeah.
the wall systems, all of that.
Yeah, you know, years ago, look, we're celebrating our 54th year in business, so we've been installing bathrooms forever, and the technology has changed quite a bit. Years ago, you know, we were in a home to do a job right. We'd be in the home every bit of a week, if not more. Now we can do it right, not go over top of something. This is not like some plastic bathroom that goes over top of anything. We are using the best materials, and we are removing all the old stuff and then going back with new, and it looks like it belongs in a magazine. Our expertise of a 54-year-old company, along with the brand of Jacuzzi and the great warranty that manufacturer's warranty that comes with, makes this a perfect recipe for our customers. Our customers just love the finished product, and when they call us back after a year or two and say, I want to do the next bathroom, that we just, you know, it makes us grin ear to ear.
And, you know, I'm thinking about this because years ago I went, and it was midweek, and you guys had been there a couple of days, and they had a couple more days to go, but the process was happening.
Yeah.
The big difference now is, say you're getting that master bathroom done, you don't for a whole week have to run all the way to the basement.
That's right.
To use the bathroom.
Exactly.
It happens, you know, really quickly compared to the old days, but still very quick.
For sure. And what we bring to the table again with you know, nobody can, when I say nobody, we are one of the very few companies that have been around for more than 50 years. So when we come and our experts say, Mr. Customer, tell us what's important to you, we'll help you design the bathroom the way that you want with the things that are important to you. And a customer will say, well, I'm not sure because I've never done this before. They say, well, we're the right company to then help you. Let us give you some suggestions about what you can do, how you can do it, what are the different costs for that. So we want to make that experience be for the client. When that client says, I've never had a better experience working with a contractor, we know we can check that box, boom, and that's our goal.
Not only do you make it beautiful and everybody's satisfied, you make it affordable too.
For sure. That's super important to the big recipe.
Hearing, this is the best there is, and they're thinking, we can't afford that.
Yeah,
yes,
no.
you can.
Yes, and that's one of the things that's important to us, is not just to be able to provide the best materials, but also, like you say, make it affordable so the customer doesn't have to wait wait, because I guarantee you, Bill, we know things every year just get more expensive. They just do. So waiting is not going to be a good idea. Clients can have it done now at a great price.
And enjoy it, and of course add to the resale value if that's the way you're.
For sure, and whether it's just to freshen it up because the home needs a bathroom or for safety reasons. Hey, I don't want to go to a 55 and up community. I want to have a safer bathroom in my home now so that I can stay here. That's what it's all about.
Always good to visit with Mark and find out some more information. Take advantage of Jacuzzi Bath Remodels offer this month. Enjoy $1,200 off, plus get 18 months of no interest. Jacuzzi Bath, remodeled by Mr. Fix-It, is located at 10,189 Maple Leaf Court in Ashland. For more information, give them a call at 804-726-8006. Or visit the website, MrFixItVA.com. Virginia This Morning is going to return right after a quick break.
This segment is sponsored by Active Medicare Solutions.
Understanding Medicare options can tend to be a challenge for many to navigate. Joining us to share his insight and how his full agency can help is Craig Rasmussen, owner and founder of Active Medicare Solutions. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Amy, for having me back.
So tell us what you do and where are you located?
Absolutely. So Active Medicare Solutions, we are a full-service health insurance agency, but we really focus on Medicare. And so we work with people that are getting ready to turn 65, make those tough choices or whether or not they need the Medicare, how to get the Medicare, and then what their options are. And then we also work with people that are currently on Medicare, you know, during open enrollment, doing reviews and making sure they have all the other plans that they need and providing them service. So we work with people that are on Medicare and help them with their choices.
So there are so many options. What are some of the options that they have, and then how do you work with them to make the best decision?
Absolutely. So I think that's the nice thing about having someone local, right? You can come right into our office if you like, or a Zoom call. You know who you're talking to. The first step is really deciding whether or not they need it. And then once we know they need it, we show them how to get it. And then we got to determine whether or not they're a Medicare supplement or a Medicare Advantage person. And we've talked in the past where a supplement is where Medicare remains your primary, then you purchase a secondary, you go anywhere that accepts Medicare and you have limited bills, and an Advantage plan is where the government outsources your care, and it works a little bit more like work insurance. So we really try to identify, are they the type of person that likes to pay a premium to have that flexibility and predictability, or are they the type of person that is happy with not paying a premium and they would rather have networks and co-payments. So I think it's through our conversation we try to figure out what works best for them. But I think the important part is that when you sit with an agent, you really want them to go over what the options are and make sure it's the option that works best for the consumer, because obviously one of those options works better for the agent.
And we have to talk about open enrollment. That is when a lot of folks have those questions. They get those answers. They make those decisions. It's not open enrollment season right now, but can people still make changes if they choose to?
Yeah, so yes, you're right. Open enrollment is not right now, and it was very busy. So anybody out there that has not looked at their planned benefits for next year may be surprised, and they can always give us a call and we can explain to them why their medicines seem to be more expensive or why their co-payments have gone up. But there are people out there that can make changes throughout the year. There's called special election periods. Oftentimes if you are diabetic or if you're low income, you can make changes. But sometimes there's changes that can be made that you're not even aware of. So my thought is anytime you review your plan any time of the year, if there seems to be something different or you need some explanation or you want to find out if there is other options for you, then you should give us a call to see if there may be a special enrollment period that applies to your situation.
So you can switch pretty much anything, or are there rules around that?
There's going to be rules around everything.
Yeah.
So that's why it's on a very individual basis. So, but yes, but there are people that can make changes outside of open enrollment, but we wouldn't know if you were one of those individuals unless you gave us a call and we kind of looked at your situation.
What other things should folks consider when they're planning to go on Medicare? They're getting ready for it.
Yeah, no, great. So when people, you know, what we talk about usually on this show is the medical portion of Medicare. There are so many things. that people should have, or at least consider when they get to that Medicare age, right? They need to have a durable power of
attorney.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
POA, and they need to have a will, and they need to have an advanced medical directive. If they need to consider short-term and long-term care, like who's going to care for you when you can't stay in a skilled nursing. Medicare is only going to let you stay in a skilled nursing facility a very short time, and a lot of people aren't prepared for that. There's a lot of people that have Medicare Advantage plans, and those large co-payments for the hospital and cancer, they should be considering other little insurance to help cover those. So there's a lot of things that people should be considering when they go on Medicare other than just the medical portion.
There is so much to navigate. Why work with someone local like yourself?
Tons of reasons. So people are getting phone calls and the commercials. For one, our services don't cost anything, right? We are free. So the insurance carriers pay our fees. So the consumers pay us nothing. We know the local market. We are specialists in this field. We're not trying to sell you something because we already know you need something, right? That's the nice thing about it. So we represent as many carriers as we can, right? Any carrier that's out there that we could represent, we represent. We do a full needs analysis, look up your medicines, look up your doctors. You can have more than one conversation. And so we know the market, we know the plans, and then getting the plan is the easy part. It's when you get bills you don't understand. It's when doctor's offices give you mixed information. So people come into our office all day long for service-related things. So there's so many advantages to working with someone local, or at least someone that you know that you can find on Google. You need to know who you're working with.
Absolutely. Thank you, Craig, for coming in today. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Here's the information that you need. Active Medicare Solutions, here it is. It's located at 11057 3 Chopped Road in Henrico. For more information, call 804-874-6000 or visit the website activemedicaresolutions.com. You can also connect with them on social media. And stay with us. Virginia This Morning returns after the break.
Welcome back. Time for an early lunch courtesy of our next guest. She is part of the Virginia State University College of Agriculture.
They are looking forward to their Pro Start boot camp that introduces culinary arts to high school students. We welcome Chef Reese back to the Virginia This Morning kitchen. So good to see you here.
Good to see you too.
We're going to talk about Pro Start because that's interesting to me. We have so many chefs on the show all the time, and a lot of them say, you know, Grandma taught me how to do this, or Mom, I was in the kitchen with Mom. What about those kids that didn't have that experience? That's where you step in.
Yeah, that's exactly where I step in. So a lot of the Pro Start students that get featured or get help with building their program or being able to build their culinary skills starts in the classroom. And so the National Restaurant Association Educational Foundation runs a high school training program through the CTE programs and through some of the schools, and they actually help to build their skills, and it's a 2-year program, and then they have opportunities to earn up to $1 million in scholarship funding.
That is incredible. And I love what VSU is doing too, because you grow much of the food that ends up in the programs that you have.
We do. We have a great farm to table aspect where we feature a lot of the foods that we have on the farm. We actually feed it into the classroom, and we get them to learn the basics from the start to finish, how to actually produce this stuff, how to actually put it out there, and knowing where our food comes from is very important.
Yeah, and you know, these kids are learning this, and we're talking high school with VSU, but high school kids getting to come in, learn from somebody like this lady, and find out some great information, and then they get a taste for it, pun intended, and away they go, and they can really, if they want to, they can make a career out of it. If not, they'll always be able to make some delicious food and know why it's delicious.
Exactly. They are a future of our industry, and we try to push them and progress them as far as possible. Now, some of our partners that are helping us with the boot camp is Retro Hospitality and Hotel Petersburg, and they're actually coming in to help us teach some of the lessons and some of the actual boot camp sessions for us.
That is fantastic. So Mr. B had never heard of an oyster mushroom until today. I love oyster mushrooms, love all the mushrooms. Do you grow these there at VSU?
I believe we grow some mushrooms. I don't know if we particularly grow this brand of mushroom or this kind of mushroom, but I know we grow some mushrooms on the farm.
Okay, well, let's get started here because there is a lot going on with this sandwich today. As Mr. B said a little bit earlier, it's Nashville Hot King
It is.
oyster mushroom sandwich.
It is. So what we have is some king oyster mushrooms, and so what we're going to do is flavor up our buttermilk because we have a buttermilk breading that we are going to do for it. And mushrooms are one of those things that they soak up any flavor that you put into it, right?
So basically it's a vehicle for whatever flavor you want to make it.
Exactly,
Now, this is Nashville Hot.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what you would do is you would have your mushrooms, cut them up into 4 slices for your sandwich, get it mixed all into your buttermilk, soak it up, and let it marinate. The longer you have it marinated, the longer the flavor and the more the flavor soaks into it. So
would that be like an overnight thing, or are they going to get soggy at that point? Or?
Yeah, it could do overnight. Okay. So I soaked some this morning about 2 hours ago, so they are ready to go.
Look at that.
So they already got the flavor on, they got the seasoning on there, and they've been marinating. So what we're gonna do is actually put it into our breading. So now what I like to tell the students is you gotta build your flavors. So you gotta have layers of flavor, right? So anything you do, anything that's going on, you gotta have a layer of flavor. So what we're gonna do is take these mushroom stems that's already been marinated and let them soak, take them out of our buttermilk so they can kind of drench off while we mix up our breading.
Very nice. And you have this.
More spices in there.
Is it the same spices that you have in the marinade?
It is the same spices. So I have paprika, I have cayenne, I have, what was it? Onion powder, garlic powder, and I have a little bit of salt, cornstarch, and flour.
And that's how you get the Nashville Hot, too.
It is part of how you get the Nashville Hot. So all we're gonna do is take our stems after they've been breaded, they've been seasoned up in our buttermilk. We're gonna drop it in our breading material, flip them over so they get a nice good coat on it. And we have our oil already heating up, so it should be hot enough for us to drop it in our oil and get that nice coating on the outside.
Those are big mushrooms. Are they gonna fit in this little pan?
They are, they are.
Okay.
They are definitely gonna fit. So when we, So what we want to hear, we want to hear that nice sizzle.
Yeah.
We want to hear that soft rain. All right? And they're only going to cook for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes, especially since they're immersed in the oil. They're not going to take that long. We're just going to make sure that they are, that they are fully coated and they are fully going.
I love that sizzle. Get you excited for what's to come.
Exactly. So our mushrooms could be a side dish. It could be for anything that you want. It could be used for anything that you want. You can pair it with anything. So if you want to use it with fries, you want to put some coleslaw, especially when you're talking about like home-style foods, you want to make sure that you have something that's like comforting for your soul. So like when you have a plate on like Nashville hot chicken, or you're talking about a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, you're thinking of something that's warm for your belly, something that's happening, something that's like
got a little kick to it.
Got a little kick to it, right?
Yeah.
But then with the mushrooms, because they pick up the flavor, they get the taste of actually having like you crunching into like a fried chicken sandwich without actually having the calories.
Well, and for people who are vegetarians too, I mean, this is a great option.
It is a great option. It's a great alternative. You don't have to think about it.
It really does look like a chicken tender cooking because it's that same exact shape.
Exactly, exactly. So the mushrooms, they come in like a big giant stem. So you can't be as scared of it. You just have to cut it and go forward and just let it happen. Because whatever you want to put on it, however you want it to taste, that's what it's going to taste like.
Do not be afraid of the stem. You got to go for
Not at all.
They're big.
Not at all.
So the chef's going to stick around because we're going to let this cool off.
Yeah, we're going to hang out in the kitchen. We will sample the mushroom sandwich when we return from the break.
For more information on the Pro Start Boot Camp for your kids, just visit our show website at virginiathismorning.com. Right now, let's let's send it over to Kristen.
Smells so good in here. Now let's take a look at the few highlights that you will see on our live Thursday morning show. We'll meet award-winning singer-songwriter Cecily just before she hits the stage at the Tin Pan. And today's featured dish is an oyster mushroom sandwich. Now tomorrow, a local restaurant will put together a mushroom crostini made with creme fraiche. Our live show returns in less than 3 minutes, and we'll see if Amy got this week's phrase correct.
Earlier in the show, we gave you the phrase down in the dumps. You probably know what it means, but now let's find out where that comes from. All right, this phrase, down in the dumps, is believed to have been derived from Dumpos, a king in Egypt who died of melancholy. Shakespeare also used the phrase in his work Taming of the Shrew. Told you it was educational. The term dumps may come from the Dutch word domp, D-O-M-P, meaning mental haze or dullness. Okay, and that's where that comes from.
And Amy was incorrect. Just say it, Bill. We know what's on the tip of your tongue. You're going to say it. I was wrong, but I mean, I think that.
No, not but I think that. No, you were just wrong.
I was just wrong, but I still made a very good argument.
I think so too. We were all on your side.
Right?
That's right.
A dump, you know, it's not a good place. Right. So when you're down in the dumps, you're not in a good place.
Let's talk about the sandwich because you're both wrong. All right, so what is in this juice that you're going to put on here, Chef?
So this is a hot oil. Ooh. So it is cayenne, paprika.
Hot to taste, not hot. Not
hot to taste, hot to taste.
Okay.
So a little bit of sugar, you kind of balance it out, as well as some other spices.
Yeah.
But like once your mushroom, yeah. Once your mushroom comes out, you just want to do a little drizzle on it, so it gets you your flavor on top of your brioche bun.
What is this on the bun here, Chef?
So it's just a little bit of mayonnaise.
Okay.
So you can pair it with whatever you want. So if you want to do some pickles, or if you want to do some. Like,
whatever you like on your fried chicken sandwich.
Whatever you like. You want to put like a coleslaw, whatever you want like on your fried chicken sandwich, that's what you're going to do.
And I would think that kind of, it helps to cut the heat a little bit.
It does help cut the heat. It does help to cut the heat.
We're going to eat it. We're going to eat it, Young.
You going to take yours?
Tell me what it is.
I'll read a big shout out to all of our guests that came on our live show, and of course to you, our valued viewers. We hope you enjoy our show as much as we do. We'll be right back tomorrow, starting at 8:56 a.m.
Take out some time to be kind to yourself and each other.